The Asian Avengers. So weak.
The Asian Avengers. So weak. So fuckable, bro. You know? Whoa. There's 5 Asian guys together. Wow.
Together. Did you ever go through a stealing phase?
Do I think everyone should have a gun? Maybe.
Or you can look me up. I don't care. I'll fight you. I don't care.
You want to get high as fuck? You like opium?
And welcome back to another episode of Asian Not Asian Podcast, the podcast where 2 Asian guys not from Asia talk about American issues no American cares about. I'm your host, Fumi Abe.
And this is Mike Nguyen.
Today is November 7th, 2020. Joe motherfucking Biden just won like an hour ago.
Yo, that was crazy, man. People are honking outside of the window here.
Yes, if you hear honking and or big pun, it's because I live in Bed-Stuy and people are very happy. And that's how they describe
It's crazy.
joy.
Why people are so excited that they are ghost riding the whip. Okay, I saw a mom driving her Tesla. Get out and just start dancing. Get back in. Just keep driving, man. It was crazy.
That's such a funny thing because I also Maria was getting a lot of texts from her friends being like, "Look how happy my dad is," and like they were like the videos of their dads dancing. But I was watching it and I was like, "Oh man, that sucks sometimes for white people because like when they're really happy, like they want to dance, but like they don't really know how." So,
oh my god,
you know, just a bunch of like old people just like, "I want to dance because I'm so happy," but they just get out and they're just kind of.
Yeah,
the Trump dance.
What is the celebration for moderate liberals?
Yeah, I know.
It's like
how do they express joy? I don't know.
I don't know. I think they're gonna bake some casseroles.
You know what? Because they can't really dance because I feel like NPR white people are like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't want to appropriate hip hop culture." You know, so
exactly.
So they're gonna get out of their cars and bake a fucking casserole.
They're gonna bake a casserole
like where they fucking belong.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, exactly.
In the kitchen.
They're going to reinforce the patriarchy. That's what they're gonna do. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's funny because I just between all the stuff that's happened with the election and also I haven't hit on any of the sneaker drops in the last couple of years. I just needed a W, man. Any W at all. I was like, okay, I wanted the Yeezys, but this will also do. Okay.
Wait, you couldn't get the Yeezys?
Dude, it's so difficult now.
Really?
Dude.
I thought you were like, but I thought when I met you, I thought you were like the guy.
The guy?
I thought you were like the sneaker guy.
No,
like,
dude.
You get all that shit.
I am a sneaker people. We're going a little bit of a tangent, but for me, what I do is I actually use my money that I have to just buy it aftermarket.
Oh, you wait till
like
it's available.
I go to like an aftermarket place and get it.
Foot Locker.
No, so like you're supposed to go to a Foot Locker, be able to buy it, or you're supposed to get it on the internet. But if you can't do that and you're a little punk like me, you buy it from the guy who did get it.
Oh,
and you have to pay the premium, which I'm like, okay, fine, because I don't got a bot or whatever the fuck it is. So I've just been losing out on sneakers left and right.
Damn.
And now I'm out the game.
Biden's your new Yeezy.
Biden is my Yeezy 300 V2s. Okay, those are hey. You know what? It's a little tight, honestly.
Biden and Kamala should have released sneakers, you know.
Oh shit!
That's modern marketing.
What would Biden's sneaker be? Biden's sneaker would be so.
I don't know.
A very.
I have one black friend or something. It says that on their shoe.
But he's really cool. Yeah.
It's fucking Biden's face on the right side and Obama's face.
Obama's face on the right. Yeah, on the other side.
That's his whole platform. I know Obama, and he won. He won.
Yo, that guy. That's how good Obama still is. You know.
You could just be like, that's how he got into the club. Which is the White House. Like, yo, I know Obama and the bouncer, which is us Americans. Like,
okay, hold on here. Oh, you with the main act? Okay, all right. Okay, your credentials check out. Yeah, man. So it's Biden's one, man.
Well, Donnie T, our boy Donnie T, Asian Not Asian's official selection. Donnie T,
Donnie T, Big
which
D.
is, by the way, we can joke about that now because he lost. Okay, we're not serious, but he's being a little sore loser about it. You know,
he went golfing.
He tweeted that I won the election by a lot.
Yeah. Like such a good joke.
It's so fucking funny, dude. And I'm a little afraid of what's gonna happen now because people are out there playing big pun, and yes, white people are trying to dance, making casseroles, whatever they got to do to let America know that they're happy. But you know, if you've been following the numbers this week, like everybody else, sure, Biden won by electoral college or whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, were you not kind of bothered by how close it was in a lot of states? Like, it wasn't like 70-30. Like, even New York is 60-40. Like, which tells me like, okay, sure, he won, and maybe we'll get the Senate, maybe. I don't fucking know, but it doesn't matter. Like, America is still America, and I'm really afraid that Trump is gonna be like now. and like the Proud Boys are gonna like fucking bring their tanks and like fucking cruise down, Fulton Avenue and like blow up my little brownstone that I just moved to.
Yeah, for sure, man. It was really just like last time, where it's like, I think last time, fucking, geez, I don't even remember what happened 4 years ago. Who did Trump beat?
Clinton.
Oh my God. Yeah. So Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Hills.
She still won the popular vote, actually.
Yeah.
She won the popular vote there, but it was very close. And obviously she didn't get the electoral count, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
But what is crazy is that it's like right in the middle. And I swear to God, they had a very bad movie with Kevin Costner once about this.
Okay.
Where it's like, sometimes you feel like it comes down to like 20 people. Where they just goes left or right, and you just need to focus on those 20 people, because there's a bunch of people who are like, I'm just going to vote for whatever along party lines, or I'm always going to vote for Republicans, or I'm always going to vote for Democrats, or whatever, right? Like, it's like me. I'm I think I'm pretty open-minded with a lot of stuff, but I'm not gonna vote for Trump. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like that's just not gonna happen. So I'm not the one they need to work on. It's like I just want to know who all these people are who are like, I'm not sure. Dude, I get it.
The undecided people.
You might not have to. It's just crazy because it's like,
I just thought with the whole COVID thing, I thought people were going to be like, oh, yeah, he's a fuck up.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
Right.
And that's what's so concerning.
Right. Well, it's just, again, like, I would love to be able to not make up my mind. You know what I'm saying? Where you just don't even have a preference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I get it if you don't want to, if you
don't want Biden.
If you don't want Biden, or if you don't want Trump, but if you're very sure about it, but how are you not sure? There's
there's so much data,
so much going on. Like, what are you waiting for? More more whatever the fuck it is.
Literally, like picturing somebody like watching the coronavirus numbers go up, watching the protest, the George Floyd protest, and be like, I don't know,
I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Yeah. What you brought this up once, where it's like, I think a lot of voters have a couple of issues where they were like, this is the thing I'm really going to be against.
Yes, because they don't want to read the fucking packet. So
this is the thing that I really give a fuck about.
Just
like,
one thing.
Yeah,
like race relations, abortions, whatever it is.
Yeah,
one
exactly.
Thing.
Like Vietnamese people, we're definitely like, as soon as somebody says somebody's a communist, we're like against them. Right?
Yep.
That's like our thing.
Right.
Like, it's almost too easy. Where if I wanted to run for Vietnamese president, I would just have to say, that guy's a communist, and I would win.
Yeah.
You don't have to hear any of my other shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could be punching a puppy at the time, going, that guy's a communist, and be like, I'm with puppy puncher. And that's okay.
Yes.
But, these undecided, what is their thing? What is like that? Like, no one's addressed the critical issue, blue cheese or ranch. Like, what is the thing they're really into?
And I also, this is related. I also don't want to like, I'm glad the people who were like Trump supporters in 2016, some people came around. The Daily had this like episode where they were interviewing suburban moms in Westerville, Ohio, which is very close to where I used to live.
Oh, yes.
In that Franklin County area, middle of Ohio. But, they were a little red last time, and they were interviewing him, and they were saying like, when the George Floyd thing happened, he was calling out to his mom like that. That really got to me, and I was like, dude, like, I mean, like, it's weird because the way they said it, they're like, now I'm on your side, like praise me.
Yeah.
But it's also what I heard is like, oh, it took a fucking protest for you to be like, black people. It turns out human also, like that's what I heard.
I was
like,
waiting out to see if there would be more data. Turns out they are also people.
Like they also have feelings, and I was like, I'm not gonna pat your fucking, what I mean? Like I need their votes. I'm not gonna like tweet about them, but yeah, it's just weird because I think that's what happened this time. It's like COVID happened, and George Floyd happened, and people are like, you know what, like
But and the thing is too is that like in 4 more years or whatever, if there's another 4 more years, who knows?
Yeah.
At this point, those guys might flip back over. And
I
like
know.
Again, what is it? I don't know.
That's the thing. Is like we haven't solved the problem because the people with the guns are still people with the guns, and I'm sure they're because when we lost 2016, we got sad, right? But when the red people lose, they don't get sad. They grab their guns and like do some shit.
Yeah.
I was watching this TV show called Years After Years on HBO, which is about like what happens in dystopian, an alternate universe of Earth where like Trump keeps on winning, Pence becomes president. In the UK gets more conservative, and they get to a point where like the Conservative Party start their own TV channel.
Oh,
Something
right.
more
Yeah,
conservative
yeah,
than Fox News. And I could see Trump doing that because he doesn't want to go away. He loves the attention,
Dude,
right?
no
Like,
way. No way. Are you kidding me, dude? He could be like, this is, for a while, the Catholic Church, there was a pope.
Yeah.
And then there was an anti-pope.
What do you
Because
mean?
For a while.
The devil?
No, well, like for a while, like because this is crazy because the Pope is elected also
Yes.
by the cardinals.
Right,
And
right,
It's a
right.
college of cardinals, just
Yeah.
like we have an electoral college also.
Yeah, yeah.
And for a while, like there's been a couple of them where most of the cardinals vote one way, and there's some other cardinals who are like, no, it's got to be this other guy. And so there's two popes.
But one is like got the majority vote. So he's
One
like
guy is like more like the official one, and
Like
the
the
other
one on
one
yeah.
is like the other. But you know what I'm saying? But like, I can see where Trump is like, he's the anti-president.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
no.
Because
That's going to be a word that's going to be trending. The anti-president.
dude, he's gonna be the anti-president, man. He's going to like, he could. Dude, I
Dude,
mean,
yeah.
he's probably the most significant, and whether you like him or not, the most significant media thing right now. Fucking if he doesn't get a Spotify deal and a Netflix special and HBO, well, I don't know about all these, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like if he started a podcast right now, he would surpass Joe Biden.
Yeah.
I mean, he would surpass Joe Rogan
Oh,
in 2 seconds.
2 seconds, he'd be all the sponsors. Helix Sleep Mattress.
Helix Sleep Mattress. We lose all of our sponsors.
The best mattress. Honestly, he'd be so good at reading ads.
He'd be. Dude, you know our newest sponsor, Baksu? He would get Baksu.
Oh, Baksu. The best
is so
Japanese
good.
snacks in the
I love
world.
snacks. Snacks are so good. These don't come from China.
They're not from China.
They're not from China.
China
They're
has
from
the worst
Japanese
snacks.
people are good. They're almost like good Chinese people.
They're very close.
Very
they're
close,
related,
but they're different.
different.
I like Japanese people a lot.
Yeah,
Buy
dude.
Baksu.
Anti-president. I'm a little scared that you coined the term. I
He's gonna
feel
be the
that
anti-president.
I feel that Asian has enough listeners that's gonna be a thing now. Anti-president, dude.
Yeah, hashtag anti-president, everybody.
Dude, the news the fucking CNN kept describing it. CNN kept saying like this was Avengers versus Thanos. They kept saying that, man. They kept saying that.
That's funny. Dude, that's
Yeah.
real funny. I mean, yeah, because it's like Thanos is just one Thanos.
And like it took like 70 Avengers. It took the entire country of Wakanda.
All Wakanda, of course,
Ant-Man
unfortunately.
and his wife, like all the Valkyrie people from.
Yeah.
It took everybody. To
And we
fucking
still
push him
almost
down.
didn't get him.
We almost didn't get him.
He almost snapped us right out of existence, bro.
Yeah, dude. You say anti-president. Here's Fumi's thought. I feel like a parallel universe Donald Trump is gonna fucking come into our timeline, dude. Yeah, the Trump that won is gonna come into this timeline.
It's going to be a vortex that opens up
Yeah,
above 42nd Street.
yeah.
He comes out and shit. He's already purple or
He's
whatever.
floating.
He's floating. Yo. That's tight.
Yeah, but in this universe, like he got rid of his toupee, so he's bald. But he's got a scar.
But he's
dude.
got a sick scar.
He's got a scar because someone tried to assassinate him, but he like dodged it. So he's
Well,
got-
because like in the Avengers, spoiler alert, right?
Yeah.
And like because Thor only hits him in the chest,
In the chest,
right? And
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
Should have
yeah,
gone
yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
head.
Yeah.
Should have gone for the head.
In that universe, it got so bad that even the nicest left, I'm talking the people who host Radio Lab, Jad Abbott and Bow, or whatever the fuck his name is, and Jared Crowich, those two guys, they fucking grabbed their guns and they tried to kill Trump, but they missed him. And then they came into our, that's what's going to happen. Shit.
Yo, okay, so stand by, okay, because this will be coming out early, 2021.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be anti-president and also Thanos Trump.
Thanos Trump.
Open up a vortex near you.
Come into a vortex.
Near
you.
Come into an alternate reality near you.
Let me ask you something. What are we gonna do with all these white people who are mad right now? I was thinking that we need. You know how like Taiwan was like a collection of rebellious white people that was like fuck.
Oh, you mean
Mao?
Chinese people?
Yeah, sorry, Chinese people.
Oh, like the nationalists.
They were like, fuck this, and they just created Taiwan. We need a white Taiwan. Like, we gotta give them like a space in New Mexico or whatever the fuck they just. I feel bad for them. You know that I'll say that on camera because they're still Americans and they feel a certain way because they grew up a certain way and like. Look, the country's not moving that way, okay? There's more immigrants here now. The average American is going to be brown in like 70 years. I'm just sorry. People are fucking Asian people and black people now. Like, it's legal now. That's just what's happening.
Yo, but you know what? I have to say, too, that a lot more people of color voted for Trump this time around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, there was like
That's on you, bro.
yeah. Well, we'll definitely get into that. We'll definitely get into that.
That's on
Vietnamese
the
people,
Viets, bro.
Vietnamese people voted for him, but more black men voted for him.
Than before.
A lot more Hispanics in Texas voted for him.
Wow.
That's what part of why we couldn't get all of Texas, because people of color, there's still a strong right. To your point, it's like there's still half and half. A whole bunch of referendums in California about affirmative action and like affordable housing. Those things didn't pass. So it's like not like it's not like we're all switching over and wearing the same clothes communism now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's still kind of going to be the same shit as before, with a lot of like infighting and stuff like that, and all the people, all the Trump supporters who lost, they're going to be tuning into Trump.com, listening to that
Trump
shit.
TV.
They're going to be driving around
Refinery
their trucks and
Trump.
shit. Yeah. Trump 29.
It's cute.
Trump 29. That cute. Yo.
What's my morning routine?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude. Dude, I mean, he's got the whole thing, okay? So you know how Thanos had, this is such a good analogy.
Yeah.
So you know how Thanos had like those 3 like minions who helped him, like the higher level minions? Okay, that's Jared.
That's Jared, Trump Jr.
That's, who's his fucking daughter?
Oh, Ivanka?
Dude, Ivanka, it could become the anti Gwyneth Paltrow.
Anti Gwyneth Paltrow.
She is like,
whoa.
she's attractive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's kind of like that's got this whole other thing going on.
Yeah.
She could start at the anti-Refinery 29.
Yeah.
And like, she actually encourages people to eat more meat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like
yes,
she encourages people to not do yoga or whatever it is that Gwyneth Paltrow says. Do the opposite.
Dude, yeah.
And people are going to be into it.
I could see her releasing like a cute gun line. Guns that smell like jasmine.
Yeah. Or like a really cute gun that fits inside your Birkin bag. You know what I'm
but like they'll still call it like an Indian name. It's called like Ashra. You know what I'm saying? Because they're still they're both white. They're still gonna take the Indian shit.
Yeah. They're gonna be taking South Asian shit.
But it's called like guns by Shiva or whatever. The god of I don't know what Shiva does.
Oh
but
my
the
God.
god of destruction.
Yeah, man. So
fuck,
that's
dude.
coming to your line, baby.
God damn.
What a crazy day. Hey, Fumi, what's that, man? That looks good.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
Yo, it looks like really awesome corn fritters.
It's not. It's uni snack. Uni is sea urchin, bitch.
I got owned by the snack.
Yeah.
What's this though here? What's this thing here?
This little guy?
Yeah. Looks mad good. It's like a little mochi.
It's a little mochi snack.
Oh,
yeah.
snap,
And you know
dude.
why you can't read it? Because it's from Japan.
Oh, dang.
That's
Land
right.
of the mochi rising.
That's right.
That's in Wikipedia. Wait, man, where'd you get all this from, man?
It's from a product called
Boxu. What's Boxu?
Boxu is an authentic Japanese monthly snack box delivered to your door.
Every box you purchase supports a small family-run business and keeps their tradition alive.
That's crazy that these people are making snacks for like 100 years. That's
Dang,
like
dude.
that's insane.
Imagine that's your job.
That's your job.
Deliciousness.
What's inside the box, you say? Well, 20 to 25 premium sweets, treats, and teas curated around a fun cultural theme every month.
For example, they have traditional snacks like seaweed tempura or white chocolate infused strawberries or black tea donuts.
Whoa.
Dang, dude,
The range.
It also comes with a cool culture guide that like tells you all about the products and flavors and stuff that's inside of it.
Yo, that's good because white people are always asking, what's in that? So this is for them.
Definitely for them, bro. Get your authentic Japanese snacks today by going to boxu.com.
That's BOKKSU.com to experience the taste of Japan.
If you sign up for their mailing list, you get $5 off too.
That's boxu.com. BOKKSU.com.
Yum.
Now, back to this.
Yum, 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 yum.
It is.
Should we get into the Asian vote thing that you had, the map here?
Yeah, man. So I posted this on Instagram. Some of you guys saw that. Follow me on Instagram, Nice Pants Bro. And this comes from here. I'll read it. It's from APIA Vote, AAPI Data, and Asian Americans for Advancing Justice. I think they actually didn't they gave us some money to help us with the census.
Yes, I don't know if I guess I'll say that. Yes, this group, they paid us to do some Instagram posts.
Yeah.
So thank you.
But it
Thank
was
you.
about the census, so it was like, it was
Yeah,
pretty
it was
nonpartisan.
It was very on
Get
brand.
out there.
Yeah,
Get out there.
We weren't like selling thongs or whatever.
Yeah. That would be
Asian
amazing.
thongs.
Is if yeah. Excuse me. Oh. Get out the vote. Get out this. Oh shit. Get out the
got too
census
excited.
vote.
Yeah.
So this is if you want to find it, you can just look up Asian American voter survey 2020, and it'll pull it up, and there's this whole deck on there, and it's really fascinating because it breaks down how all these different Asian American groups, as people know, Asian America is not like one monolith. It's split up into a bunch of things. All the different countries, nationalities, different when they arrived here, everybody kind of got here all the different times. So even though we all kind of, you think we're all clumped together, we're not. We're all like different.
Yeah.
We hate each other. It's great.
All those but the reason why they came here often influences how they vote.
That's a great point. Yeah, absolutely. So they have one. They have this whole deck where you can split it up, and we'll get into it. But there's one in particular which I posted on my Instagram, and it was about this is how people were going to vote.
Japanese and Vietnamese people on the polar opposite.
Oh my god,
ends.
for sure. And so the slide says, thinking about the upcoming November election. So this was done before, obviously, the election for president. If the election were being held today, would you be inclined to vote for, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, or other? I don't know. And Asian Indian, South Asians, right? 65% vote for Joe Biden, or would vote for Joe Biden. 28% for Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Japanese 61% versus 24%. And all the Asian groups over 50%. So most everyone would vote for Joe Biden.
Right.
The two worst one. The two groups who are most likely to vote for Donald Trump. Filipinos, although 52% for Filipinos would vote for Joe Biden. 34% would vote for Donald Trump. Vietnamese, though.
Dude, this is like beyond the margin of error. This is real.
So it's 36% would vote for Joe Biden, of which it's like probably people my age or younger.
Yeah,
and then 48% would vote for Donald Trump.
A lot of don't knows.
And then 60% would be don't know. I don't know what are you waiting for? I have no idea.
Who are these Asians who are like the other people who are like, I'm gonna vote for Howie Hawkins? Who's the other guy?
No, you don't know, man. Vietnamese people, we love Kanye West, so we're all about voting for Kanye.
He got 60,000 votes.
Yeah,
he did.
And they were all from people named
Saigon.
Nguyen. Yeah, exactly. Little Saigon. We were eating our pho and voting for Kanye West, buddy. So yeah, man. I mean, we've talked about how Vietnamese people were real conservative. And I didn't realize that I thought maybe hey, over time, you're in California, you're loving the weather.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're maybe Vietnamese people smoking some weed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I try to get my mom into growing weed. Because my mom loves growing. Vietnamese people
love gardening.
Gardening.
Okay.
Asian people love gardening.
Okay, so but how did that convo go?
So I was like, Mom, okay, just take some of your tulips out. Okay, maybe don't grow that lime tree. We already have enough limes.
Yeah.
Just weed.
But the lime is for pho, though.
That's true, but we got like 4 trees. It's like, how much pho are we gonna need? You know what also helps pho?
Yeah.
Weed, bro. Because you smoke weed and you're gonna be eating pho. So I was like, Mom, just you're allowed to grow I think at the time you're allowed to grow 5 plants.
Yeah.
At your own house, and you can use them however you want. So I was like, Mom, you can grow these. I know you can be mad good at growing this weed.
Yeah.
And she was like, she thought about it. So I know that she was like, okay, it's starting to affect her. But then ultimately she's like, no, it's not right. It's not.
Really?
Not a right thing to do.
I think you're onto something. There is something about because Asian mom, Japanese moms also love gardening. You know, and we also have bonsai.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like, can you imagine if
Use that fucking weed
Japanese bonsai
beautiful
weed,
bonsai,
bro?
dude. A beautiful
dealer
weed bonsai.
A dealer comes to your house, opens the fucking thing. You hear the 3-string bang, 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 and then
it's like the
the guy in a kimono is like, do the hop in there. He opens the thing. There's fucking 3 plants, and it's this one is called Sativa-san. This is Indica-kun. And finally, we have the sour diesel-chan.
Kawaii.
This was anime for some reason.
Oh
you know?
my
It's
god,
like,
who wouldn't buy that? So,
oh man,
yo, Asian people need to get into
Asian
weed,
people gotta get into weed, dude.
dude. We need to get one of those instruments. Can you get one?
Oh, the 3-string thing. Yeah,
oh
we
my
gotta
god.
get one of those.
Anytime you just anything we're about to before any punchline.
Bang, 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 bang. Yo.
Boom. Okay,
Damn.
so Vietnamese people, we voted overwhelmingly. Well, it seems like we voted for Trump, or at least
Do you think? Okay, I have a honest question for Vietnamese people, and when I say Vietnamese people, I'm not talking about like you guys because, well, actually, 2-part question.
Yeah.
You know, when I hang out with you, and you know, we've had like Terry Nguyen on the show. I have a lot of
Younger-
Viet friends who are my age, a little older. They're like, yeah, my parents are this way, but I am not, and I totally get that. They went to schools like I did. We read the same books. Like, you know, I get it. Are there people our age who are like, nah, I'm like with my parents?
for sure.
Are they like the ASEAN people?
ASEAN people.
Like what kind of young Vietnamese? What's the young Viet demo that would vote for Trump?
So I mean, I definitely think there are young Vietnamese people who would vote for Trump, and there's, you know, I know people who are my age who are like not down with Black Lives Matter, right?
Okay.
And
And is it related to their parents' beliefs about like communism and all that shit? Or
I don't think it's necessarily the same reason. I do think there's just like kind of like, you know, I think it's maybe because I'm a comedian and I think about this for like my day job, but it's like always about the messaging, and how does that message like get received by the person. So I think a lot of times younger people, they you know, they're concerned with like the things that concern them. And so let's just say the Black Lives Matter thing, that I think they perceive it as like, well, I have problems too, you know, and you know, black people don't seem to care about my problems, right? And
I see.
you know, like I think a lot of people like myself we've been trying to, you know, help people understand the narrative of like, you know, if this is if you're for Black Lives Matter, then you know the rights of black people affect the rights of everyone, right?
Yeah,
so and you know, you can point to the history. The civil rights movement helped Asian people too. Almost everything you do, when it lifts black people up, it lifts up
everybody else.
Everybody. So that's really what it is. And even but besides that, it's just like the right thing to do. You know, forget, you know, all, you know, the
benefits,
your own benefits, right? It's the right thing to do. It's what America's about. And I think that messaging gets lost sometimes, you know, and you know, Trump is real good at finding people who feel like they are disenfranchised and no one's listening to them.
And that's a lot of white people these days.
A lot of white
man.
people and a lot of Asian people. A lot of like, you know, as you call them, ASEAN people.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of working class Asian people. That's the thing you forget. We're not all pharmacists. We're not all doctors doing TikTok. We're not.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? We're not all like, you know, KPMG analysts.
Yes. There was
you know?
the article I sent you earlier that was like too long to fucking read, but like it was on the New Yorker recently. It was called like Block by Block, kind of talking about how not all Asians are the same, and it's hard to get certain people to vote for certain people. But specifically, Hmong people and people from Cambodia, they said that like they actually they prefer, or like when they're called Asian Americans, it's weird for them because a lot of them are working class, or like they know people in jail or something. It's like it's not when people say Asian American, they were like, you mean Chinese, Korean, Japanese. You're not talking about the jungle Asians.
Jungle Asians, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. And it's like, for sure. Like it's when people like to kind of paint with a broad brush and say Asian Americans, like we're definitely not thinking about, like, I told you earlier that I follow this guy on TikTok who's a Vietnamese guy who went to jail, and he's a young kid. He's really handsome. He's funny, but he's got like an ankle thing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he's under house arrest.
And
he's got a face tattoo. Like, you know, that's not what white people are talking about when they say Asian American. They're not talking about this Viet kid with a fucking ankle thing. On house arrest.
Absolutely. So I think that you know, those people, those Vietnamese people are, you know, they're concerned about, you know, issues. There's certain trigger issues they're really concerned about. So, you know, we talked about, you know, for Vietnamese people, you can't message anything as being communist, and like they perceive certain things as being communist and therefore bad, right? So you have to hit it like super hard. You can never like stray from it, right? And a lot of Vietnamese people are anti-Chinese, like just off the bat, right off the bat.
Really?
Just straight up off the bat, like because of like there's a long history and stuff like that about they dominated us for like 1,000 fucking years, which is a pretty
Sure.
long time.
Yeah, that's
That's a pretty long time.
that'll do it.
I admit it. That's a while.
So off the bat, they're anti-Chinese.
They're anti-Chinese. So
Okay.
anyone who they perceive as being like even like neutrally Chinese, they're like, you're a communist. You're
and,
Chinese.
and there's that too. It's the conquering thing, but also they're communists.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
both
yeah,
those
yeah,
things,
yeah.
and you cannot waver from it at all.
Yeah.
I've talked about this in like a really long time ago podcast where it's like, Vietnamese people who are here, they've lost everything before, and they are like, the ultimate ride or die. This is my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you fuck with me, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Like they're cool. They're cool with burning down the whole thing because they've seen it burn down before, and they're like, I don't give a fuck.
They ain't scared.
They ain't scared. They don't
Yeah.
give a shit
Yeah.
if it's like politically incorrect or whatever the fuck it is. Not saying it's right at
Yeah.
all, but I'm saying that
That's
you
where
have
they're
to,
coming from.
You
Yeah.
have to understand the mentality,
Yeah.
right? And it's different. This is true. This is true. This is like a thing because somebody commented on my Instagram post about Vietnamese people voting for Trump. Is the Vietnamese people in Vietnam? I know those people are communist, but Vietnamese Americans, the Vietnamese people here, are not that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they don't have any political ties. They don't have any cultural. Well, they have cultural ties, but no political ties with that country, the current regime in Vietnam. So again, not saying it's right or wrong or whatever the fuck it is. I'm not like that, but you have to understand their mentality, right?
Yeah.
Like you cannot at all even look like you are a sympathizer for communism. It's like it's just poison. So that's like kind of the older-ish generation, and then like there's another generation, the next one, sure, influenced by that, but then also just kind of like just mad working class like Vietnamese dudes. I've talked about Vietnamese dudes. We like we're if we don't become if you don't become a pharmacist or whatever the fuck it is, and you don't move to New York City and become a comedian, and you're just like chilling at home, and it's hard for you to find like a foothold in society.
Yeah.
And you feel nobody's paying attention to you. I think that like opens you up to like Donald Trump or somebody like that who's going to be like coming in and being like, I'm going to change it all because I know people haven't been listening to you and blah, blah, blah. So I think that's a real thing, for sure.
See, that's what I wanted to kind of ask you about too is, and I noticed this. I know that this has been happening with white people for a while, but you use the word disenfranchised, right? Which makes no sense with white people because they may feel that way, but that's not what's actually happening.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna like explain it to them, but like for example, like I posted a clip of you and Pranav talking about he was like kind of saying like, oh, I don't really date white women that much, and I had this one experience where I invited this woman over for dinner and she didn't like this spicy soup that I made.
Right.
It was all in jest, but like, some white people got a little offended, and like people commented like, if you, and I'm so sick of hearing this logic. they always say if he was talking about any other race, he would get canceled. Why is this okay? Like if he was saying that about black women, if he said, oh, black woman came over and she didn't like my kimchi soup and she was like, and that's why I don't date black women. They're like, if he said that, he'd get canceled. And so why is this okay? And that's like the first page of that book, White Fragility, that I didn't want to finish anymore because I got bored. But like, it's that the fact that I got so many messages like that and people on TikTok commented that tells me like those are the people who might turn to Trump, right? It's like because it's not. I guess I'll explain it because it's people. If it's okay, if I have to break it down into math, it's not like A equals B equals C equals D, right? A is white people, B is black people, C is Asian people, and D is Latino people. It's not A equals B equals C.
Right,
equals
it's
D.
not like that.
Because of the power structure and like colonialism, right? And so I can't just swap it. If you swap it's a different equation.
It's not the same thing, right? Exactly.
And also, like, you have to understand, like, where is Pranav coming from when he's kind of making fun of white women? How many white women have called him disgusting or fucking, Osama bin Laden or like so many brown jokes, right? Like, how many times has he felt belittled because of the color of his skin?
Yeah.
And so I feel that, like, also when you and I like kind of tease at white people or white women or whatever the dominant culture is, it's kind of us trying to like reclaim our identity a little bit. It's I'm trying to forget my past. I'm trying to act strong.
Yeah.
That's what's happening, right? And but there's a lot of people who like that got a lot of views because I think it was a little controversial.
For sure.
And when I get comments like that, it's like, oh, these are the fucking people who like Trump can speak to,
Yeah.
It's an opening.
Right. Well, I think, fuck, man, I think if you could figure this out,
how do we teach them?
I don't know. I mean, I feel if we could figure this out, because
so the reason why I was reading White Fragility, that I never told you because I was kind of embarrassed to admit, is I wanted to read it as a Japanese person.
Interesting.
Because when I told you when I first came to New York, I made a lot of like Chinese friends and Korean friends who'd be like, oh, I don't like Japanese people, whatever.
Oh, word.
Yeah, and I didn't know how to react, and I was thinking that's probably the closest I can relate. That's probably the only thing white people and I have in common is that feeling of somebody coming at you for being who you are.
They would say that?
Oh yeah,
really?
Not a lot, and also like you joke about it sometimes, but you like it's very clear you're joking.
Yeah.
But I've had people who are like, oh, we have beef or something,
yeah.
and it's like maybe it's fine. And like as I learned the history and stuff, like I've learned to. It's so exhausting to talk about, but it's like I just wanted to. I think it's really important because in those moments when somebody says, oh, I don't like Viet, so I don't like Japanese people because you guys fucked us over. In that moment, you learn who you really are, right? And I wanted to just learn more about like, I feel that like I've done my best to kind of like learn more about what happened, and like I want to be considerate with other people's feelings, and like it goes deeper than the feeling, right? It goes back. White people need to realize, and I'm saying this as a Japanese person who like former colonizer. What's good? like like listen to me. I know I've been there. Okay,
I've been there.
I've been colonizing.
I've been a colonizer.
It goes back so far. You think about like why Japanese food is considered like more elite. Okay, it's because like yes, we were poor, but like we don't have like Japanese army food like Koreans do, right? A lot of like Korean food is based on like when we have no money, so we have to eat cabbage forever,
yes,
right? And that's why like, but Japanese food is like we got to keep our culture, and that's why it's all like nice and shit, And I gotta admit, it's fucking good as shit. But like. I was talking to somebody who was like, my sister married a Filipino guy, and whenever that guy's mom comes over and makes food, she like makes it all weird. She puts like 7-Up and shit, and there's Spam, and it's unhealthy. She calls it unhealthy, but it's like, you gotta understand, they cook like that because the Americans occupied them.
They didn't got shit.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta understand all that before you can like spew out your shit, So I feel like that's, if I can do it, and I'm a fucking idiot, if I can do it.
So you're saying that because... Yeah, as a Japanese person, you had to understand like the history, the context of everything, so you can understand privilege, whatever you want to call it.
So it doesn't make me mad.
So you don't get mad. I think that's the thing. You're right. I think those white people who are commenting like that, it's funny because they think that America's already equal,
right?
And so therefore we shouldn't talk about race, or that like if you make fun of me, I can make fun of you, or whatever the fuck it is. And that's not really the whole point of this. Is that systemic racism is that there's like a structure in place such that some people's actions are treated differently than other people's actions. That's really what this whole thing comes down to. And I know that other people, I know my friends, you mentioned him earlier. His name's Brandon. He had like, he's in Texas, and he has like, his parents and family are like the well-to-do, doing super good under anybody, Trump or not, you know, and they, and they're like, we're the ones who are under attack because of affirmative action.
I was so afraid you're gonna be like, they own slaves today.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, oh god, I should call somebody right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, call the FBI. He's having to have a conversation with them, and they're like, I don't get it because like affirmative action, that's like racism, right? Like that's like reverse racism.
Yeah,
yeah. But they're, and it's really hard to get to explain to someone that, you're who you are in the system, like determines, how well you do in certain things. And that's really hard for a lot of people to swallow, because they think that, well, I work really hard and I do all these things and I've earned all these things, and other people they haven't. And if you like set up affirmative action, then you're like making this guy better than me, even though I work harder and all this other shit.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the thing, is that like about America is that you know what exceptionalism is?
Oh, like we think we're the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like we are like all about that. And I mean, shit. That's why I think That's why I think I'm a comedian, because I'm like, I think I'm the shit.
No, for sure. I mean,
know?
this is like such a narcissistic.
It's such a crazy
to think that these strangers on a rooftop give a shit about what I have to say for 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's such a crazy idea, and I think that's what's so like intoxicating about America is that like you can like move here and think that you can do anything.
Yeah,
that is not a thing. If you look at history,
well, that's like in the American pamphlet, the American dream.
The American
you can be
dream.
anything.
You can do anything.
That's so
you want.
dangerous to say to somebody.
If you look at history from any time before now,
Yeah.
if you were born a fucking shoemaker, you're gonna die a shoemaker,
Yeah,
and you will be
yeah.
lucky if you died a shoemaker
Yeah.
rather than like because
in a ditch somewhere because you lost your job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
ditch, or somebody invaded you and killed all your whole family. and
yeah,
cut your head off.
It's not even up to you. It's
sort
just
of
like, oh,
that's
this war.
how it was. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And so now it's
my
like,
country's not a thing anymore.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So that was like, that's some crazy shit, and that's why I think why a lot of Asian people, when they move here, it's so fucking crazy, because it's like in Vietnam, yeah, you could study really, really hard and you could become a doctor, but like it's generally not gonna happen.
You're
Like,
not going to be a doctor.
I mean, you really do need to like be born from a certain family and have a certain amount of wealth.
Oh, sure.
And all that stuff. Like, yes, it's possible for you to like be, middle class and move up. But if you're like in a fucking, if your family
Is it a rice farm?
is a rice farm, you're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to go to Kaplan test prep
Yeah.
in Da Nang and be able to like get
come
where
to
I'm going to
America.
go.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
In America, like there's this idea that I'm exceptional. If I work hard, I can get somewhere. And the crazy thing is that sometimes that does work for people, like, especially the certain kinds of Asian people.
Yeah.
We work hard, we can get somewhere, right? And the fact is that that's only true because like someone pays for that. You know what I'm saying? Someone
Yeah.
pays for
Yeah.
the fact that someone else can really achieve. That's really hard for people to hear.
Yeah.
They don't want to
yeah.
hear that shit. They don't want to hear that the system's rigged for their benefit because they feel they've worked really hard. Sure, they've worked really hard. A lot of people work
They
hard.
want the credit.
Bro, every day before the pandemic, I would take the train into the city and I would like wake up at like 6 in the morning to go to jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Because I'm so privileged. It's the most privileged thing to be able to do jiu-jitsu.
Which you've already apologized about on Twitter, so everybody calm the fuck
My
down.
bad.
He already apologized on
About
Twitter.
jiu-jitsu.
Okay, don't cancel him.
But when I'm on that train at 6 in the morning, it's maybe like 5:50 in the morning, and I'm on that train and it's filled with people going to work, all people of color, all going to work, and they're construction people, and they're all like the nurses, and they're working class people. They work really hard,
Yeah.
but like hard work for them doesn't translate to like
a brownstone or
a brownstone or
Yeah.
like a fucking F-150 or the fuck it is.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So like that's like the bitter pill of like America, and that's like the whole fucking thing. And that's
Yeah.
why Donald Trump is here, because he can say, no, you do work hard and I'm going to get you yours.
He supports not seeing the pill.
Yeah.
Right? That pill, that bitter
Ooh,
pill.
good one.
Right? He's
Nice.
like, oh, that pill, you don't have to take that pill.
No, bro.
Let's throw away that
Let's
pill.
throw away that pill. I'm going to get you nachos instead.
And that feels good.
that, dude, nachos feel good.
Yeah.
And I
man.
get it. I mean, I see why, bro. It would be sick if that was how society worked.
Right, if you just worked
You
hard
know?
and you got it. It would be sick.
Oh, actually, let me tell you this. As an Asian dude, straight dude, it is pretty cool because we're fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like I every day I'm like, damn, dude, I'm not special. As I kind of got set up for a lot of this shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like my parents, they came here as refugees, but they got helped into college, and they got all these things, and they worked hard. I'm not saying they didn't work hard, but like they got a leg up on a lot of stuff, and then I did too, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I get to fuck around now
Yeah.
with you,
Yeah, we get to have a podcast. That's so much privilege, dude. Oh, we out here just making fun of white privilege.
The height of privilege
What about
is having a
Asian
podcast.
podcast privilege?
Asian
we
podcast
gotta
privilege.
apologize for
we
that.
gotta check that. That's
Oh
what we
my
do.
gosh.
Anyway, so now we're Trump supporters, so we get it.
Trump 2020.
I am real excited about this next product because it is perfect for anal. I'm talking about Asian, non-Asian listeners, but also I'm talking about the actual butthole.
Yes.
Okay. It's hard to believe that when we go to the bathroom in this country, most of us wipe instead of wash.
Gross. For years, bidets have been available, but hideously expensive, costing thousands of dollars. Really? That's crazy.
What? That's so crazy. The Hello Tushy modern bidet attachment is here to democratize the blessings bestowed by bidets and offer clean buttholes to everyone.
Hello Tushy cleans your butt with a precise stream of fresh water. It sounds like an Evian ad for just $79.
Wow, it attaches to your existing toilet, requires no electricity or additional plumbing, and cuts toilet paper use by 80%.
Wow.
So the Hello Tushy bidet pays for itself in a few months.
Because with Hello Tushy, you don't wipe at all. Even the best 2-ply just can't cut it when it comes to the hands-free poop experience.
Yo, ditch paper products and uncomfortable chafing when you switch to the soothing, cleansing stream of water from a Hello Tushy bidet attachment.
And every Hello Tushy bidet attachment comes with a 60-day risk-free, risk-free, what kind of risk are we talking about? Risk-free guarantee and a 12-month warranty.
Join millions of happy Hello Tushy customers right now and have a clean butt with every flush.
Go to hellotushy.com/ANA to get 10% off.
This is a special offer for our listeners. Go to hellotushy.com/ANA for 10% off.
hellotushy.com/ANA. And we're back with our newest segment. It is Mismanagement Consulting. What is Mismanagement Consulting? It is a new segment where we answer your questions and solve your problem. How do you get on it? Email AsianNotAsianPod@gmail.com or text us at 917-755-9596 or leave us a voicemail at the exact same number or fill out the Google form, which the link is in the episode direction, and tell us about your problems. Well, so we hired again. Thank you for hiring us.
Okay, yes,
this week.
we got hired. We signed the contract. We're going to send the invoice later on.
Do you know who this is from? It doesn't really matter.
I don't know.
We
who
should
this
keep
from.
this shit anonymous.
This
shit gets you guys are like admitting some personal shit.
This is tight.
Pretty amazing. It's good to see
using their personal emails. Which hey, that's on you. That's cool, baby.
Okay, this person says, "Hi, ANA boys. Anal here. Obviously, I'm a tattooed Asian guy who's into anal. I think he means butt sex. But my white girlfriend won't let me make the leap from butthole licking to butthole penetration. That's weird because white girls are kind of known for that. How do I increase my power level and finally become the anal you've always envisioned? Thanks in advance for this sagely life-altering advice. P.S. I'm also a Patreon donor, so I'm expecting a nude photo shoot calendar of you boys in the mail if it doesn't get a response. Well, we're going to do this.
We're going to do this because the nude photo shoot calendar doesn't come out to the holidays.
Yes, that's also like an ad hoc thing that we'll have to sign a separate contract for. So how dare you try to...
Yeah, do not
scope creep. Ah! Corporate agent!
Yo, what's
Corporate agent!
Scope creep. Put that right here really big on YouTube. Scope creep.
When I learned that word, I was like, I'm white now. This is a white person's word.
That is some privilege right there. Scope creep. Everybody should learn what scope creep. We should just teach people what this shit is. Scope creep.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, scope creep. Okay, first a scope is like
scope of work.
Scope of work, which is like the thing. I'm gonna tell people.
There's a lot of stuff. There's like the MSA. There's like all this other shit. But scope of work is a very simple contract where it lays down like what you're gonna do for this engagement.
And it just lays out exactly what your project is.
Objective, timeline.
This is it.
The deliverables, like what that
how many rounds of reviews.
Yep.
And then scope creep is when naturally over time, I think this is just like through human nature, like scopes expand. So like, let's say you were supposed to do a nude photo shoot.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you're doing a nude. You're doing a nude.
As you do. You have a scope, when you work at KPMG.
You have a scope for nude photos,
yes.
And that may include that's 12 photos.
Yeah.
And 1 round of reviews.
3 back and forth. Yeah. One back and forth.
One round of reviews, and it includes like this many shots with your drawers down, and this many shots of you riding a horse or whatever the fuck it is.
Yes.
And then scope creep would be like, let's say your client is like, okay, we received the first round of your nude photo shoot, but we were wondering because, as a lot of calendars actually have 13 months, because they have an overlap. So we'd like to add a 13th month in there. That's scope creep.
And then, because they don't want to pay for it.
Yeah, and they don't want to pay for it. And we're not going to change it.
Could you think you could just do this for us?
Let's add this in there. And I think that's going to be really important.
That's called scope creep.
And sometimes it's real sneaky,
It's political because sometimes you want to let it by if you think you can get a bigger engagement later. So you're just like, okay, we'll let this one go.
That's called a loss leader, by the way. Loss leader. You're here for loss leaders too. Man, we're really getting into this. I like this. Okay, so So this guy's scope is to answer this question. And by the way, this guy sounds like a guy who he sounds like a guy who would vote for Trump.
Yeah, he's definitely Vietnamese, 100%. He's voting for Trump.
This guy is definitely named what's his name? Definitely named Kevin. He's
Kevin
Kevin
Nguyen.
Nguyen. This guy's a Kevin Nguyen guy. Has to mention the white girlfriend thing. Okay, I like that response. Although here's the thing. Doesn't say who's penetrating who.
Hold on. Won't let me make the leap from butthole licking to butthole penetration. Oh, so he could be trying to ask for pegging.
So we're not sure what's going on
Not
here.
enough information
Not
here.
enough. Okay, so you know what? We're going to have to cover both ends.
Yes, two scenarios.
Scenario By the
one.
way, scope creep.
You be scope creeping.
You be
dude.
scope creeping, okay? Because you didn't Okay, this is why it's real important in your scope to write down exactly.
Yeah, which scenario?
What the parameters are.
Yeah, the parameters.
What the assumptions are.
Is it you licking the butt or you getting your butt licked? We don't know.
We don't know. So we're gonna be nice. There is gonna be some scope creep, and we're gonna be.
Scenario one is the obvious one is he's licking the girl's butt, and then he's asking to put his dick in her butt.
Let's just say this: make sure that you're pleasing her. Okay.
Yeah.
Because maybe that's the thing. Maybe you're not even meeting her basic needs.
Maybe exactly. Like you're not like if Ano's level 3, you're not even getting her off. You're not going down on her.
You keep talking about trying to get to increasing my power level. Make sure your basic power level.
Yeah, dude,
is
basic's so important. Like with jiu-jitsu, musical instruments, like always, like if you're like a drummer, you gotta learn like paradiddles and shit. Like how you hold your sticks.
Yep.
Like that's all. You have the basics down.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Also,
if you're in jiu-jitsu, everybody's always trying to do berimbolo. Okay, the crazy upside down flipping inverse back, into the back take. Don't even try that. Don't try heel hooks until you got the closed guard.
Make sure
down.
she's like reaching her O with the basic moves.
Get the basics down.
Get the basics down.
Make sure she's taken care of.
Also, like, this is the problem with a lot of Asian bros when they talk about anal. They're like, let me level up. But please know that when you ask somebody to stick your dick in their butt, that's a big ask.
That's a big ask.
Can we just stop and just if somebody asks me to stick their dick in my butt, that's not something that I'm gonna be able to like make a decision about like on a whim. That's a big ask. So like, calm down. I guess I think is step 2. Like be patient.
And you know what? Communication, man. Basic stuff. Where it's just like, hey, explain why this is.
Oh, go through the fears too. She might be afraid.
Explain what's going on. I think it's also telling that that people talk about it in terms of like power up and down.
Yeah.
Because I think that's like a big part of it.
You bring up an interesting point. If it's about power,
there
are other ways to play with power dynamic.
You know what? That's another thing. You see that? This is some good consulting.
I know. Have you tried fucking her face? That's
if this is about power, this is another thing, because then you're really interested in like maybe like another kind of dynamic. You know what I'm saying? You got to get into like this whole and that goes back again to communication.
Yeah.
Goes back into taking care of
ropes
each other
and shit. There's a lot of fun.
There's other
fun,
things you can
safe
do,
ways
baby.
to play with power.
Let's just say this: if you're trying to get into butt stuff so that you can impress the
boys,
the ANA boys,
the boys.
We are not impressed.
We're not impressed, bro.
Okay, we're impressed because you contribute to our Patreon. That's it, baby.
That's the real anal. Just give us $50 a month.
You want to power up?
Yeah.
Give us more money.
Anal. So in summary, hey, basics. Make sure you're pleasing her on the basic level. Make sure you're going down on her, making her feel good, making her feel like a queen that she is. Okay, because I'm sure if she's dating somebody who writes shit like this, she's a really nice person. Okay, that's one.
Yeah.
Step 2. If it's about, ask yourself, is this about the butthole or is this about power? Because there are a lot of different ways to play with power. It's not just the butthole. Also, just like as a man to man, hey, don't do anything like weird. Don't try to like stick it in there and be like, oopsies. We don't condone that. That shit.
Weird.
No.
No, that's a different kind of scope creep, my friend. That's a different kind of scope creep. Scope creeping. Yeah. Fucking scope creeping.
Okay, everybody, that was our episode. That was our election episode. Thank you so much for listening. We didn't even do any plugs up top, but it's okay because it's an election episode. Shit's crazy. Please follow us on Instagram at AsianNotAsianPod. I'm also on there at the Fumiabe. That's TheFumiabe.
And you can follow me on Instagram at NicePantsBro.
Please take a screenshot of this episode and post it on Instagram stories and tag us too. That always helps. And listen, we've been asking you guys for more Patreon money, and here's what's going down. Okay, objective. Let me lay it down for you. Objective. We want to rent a studio where we can decorate it all cute and shit. Have our like own little YouTube space. That's what we want to do. We understand that right now, if you pay for a Patreon, you do get monthly bonus episodes, which I think are fun if you're into this. If you're into this kind of shit.
Yep.
We also slide into DMs, but we understand that if you want to ask for more money, we have to give you more shit. So we're gonna be releasing more content on there. It's not more bonus episodes. It's gonna be a lot of behind the scenes of me and Mike doing stand up. We're gonna have another bonus show where we cover a lot of current events. It's just race news.
So this is like a separate thing.
Not
just Fumi and I bullshitting.
Right, and it's not just me cutting.
It is that, but
it's just a separate. It's a separate deliverable. Okay, so guys, we're gonna be releasing more stuff. So please get on Patreon. If you give more than $5, you will have access to all this bonus content. If you give more than $5, we're gonna create more things where you can talk to us one-on-one, slide into DMs. Maybe for $20, we'll do a cameo. That could be fun.
Whoa.
Cameo.
That's cool.
easy. Maybe if you want to send a birthday message to your friend, or maybe you're proposing. I think one time somebody proposed using us as an excuse. Remember that?
Oh, shit.
And somebody was like, hey, I had to like get my girl out. So I lied to her and said there was an AsianNotAsian live show or something.
Yeah, which by the way, you still owe us money for that.
Listen, a lot of cool things coming, but the bottom line is we want you guys to join our Patreon, and we're going to give you more shit, okay? It's going to be a lot of fun. So please check us out at patreon.com/AsianNotAsianPod. And also come to our stand-up comedy show, which is every other week. We just had one yesterday, so the next one will be November 20th. November 20th, 8 o'clock Zoom. It's free. Just go to AsianNotAsianPod.com for tickets. And I believe that is it.
I think so.
This was the election episode. Biden just won, but we don't know what Trump is up to now, so we're very scared. So just be careful, I don't know. He won, but stay alert.
Yep.
That's all I can say.
Yep.
And Anos, fucking stay safe, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.